Elvis Presley, known as the King of Rock and Roll, revolutionized music in the 1950s with his unique blend of blues, country, and gospel. His powerful voice and charismatic stage presence made him a global icon. Even after his untimely death in 1977, his influence on music remains profound. Tom Jones, the Welsh singer famous for hits like It's Not Unusual and What's New Pussycat, also made a significant impact in the 1960s with his dynamic performances and rich baritone voice. Despite their different backgrounds, Elvis and Tom developed a strong friendship, especially during their Las Vegas residencies. One intriguing aspect of their friendship was a private confession Elvis made to Tom about who he believed was the true king of rock and roll. During a night out, Elvis pointed to another legendary musician, acknowledging him as the real king. This moment offers a fascinating glimpse into Elvis's humility and respect for his musical peers. Discover who Elvis Presley truly believed was the real king of rock and roll. This captivating story reveals a new perspective on Elvis and pays tribute to the artists who inspired the king himself. Join us as we delve into this memorable confession and its impact on rock and roll history. 5. Elvis and Tom Jones friendship. Elvis Presley and Tom Jones first crossed paths in the vibrant music scene of the late 1960s, a time when both artists were at the peak of their careers. Their initial meeting quickly blossomed into a deep and enduring friendship, built on mutual respect and admiration for each other's talent. Both Elvis and Tom were known for their electrifying performances and dynamic vocal styles, which set them apart in the industry. Their bond was further strengthened by their shared experiences and challenges as leading figures in the world of music and entertainment. A significant chapter in their friendship unfolded in Las Vegas, where both Elvis and Tom held residencies that became legendary. These residencies were not just about the glitz and glamour of the Vegas stage, but also about the unwavering support they provided to one another. They often attended each other's shows, offering encouragement and celebrating each other's successes. Tom Jones, already a well-established star in Vegas, played a pivotal role in boosting Elvis's confidence when he decided to take on his own residency. Watching Tom command the stage with such ease and charisma inspired Elvis and reassured him that he too could captivate the Las Vegas audiences. One particularly touching anecdote that Tom Jones often shares involves a night when Elvis, feeling the weight of the expectations on him, sought Tom's advice and support. Tom's energetic performances and the enthusiastic reception from his audiences gave Elvis the reassurance he needed. This support was instrumental in Elvis's decision to embark on his own Vegas residency, a move that would later be hailed as a defining moment in his career. Elvis's Vegas performances became iconic, and much of the confidence he exhibited on stage was bolstered by the encouragement he received from his friend, Tom Jones. The friendship between Elvis Presley and Tom Jones was more than just a casual acquaintance. It was a profound connection between two musical legends who understood the pressures and triumphs of stardom. Their mutual support in Las Vegas exemplifies the strength of their bond and the impact they had on each other's careers. This camaraderie not only helped them navigate the highs and lows of their professional lives, but also left an indelible mark on the legacy of rock and roll. 4. Tom Jones anecdotes about Elvis. Over the years, Tom Jones has frequently shared captivating stories about his time with Elvis Presley, offering fans a unique glimpse into their friendship. These anecdotes reveal the personal side of Elvis that the public rarely saw, highlighting his humor, humility, and the deep respect he held for his musical peers. Tom's stories have become a cherished part of his concerts and interviews, allowing audiences to connect with the legendary king of rock and roll on a more intimate level. Through these tales, Tom not only keeps the memory of Elvis alive, but also underscores the genuine bond they shared. One memorable occasion where Tom Jones shared such a story was during his performance at the Greenwich Summer Sounds concert. The picturesque setting of this outdoor event, with its vibrant atmosphere and enthusiastic crowd, provided the perfect backdrop for Tom to reminisce about his late friend. As the 83-year-old singer took the stage, the audience was captivated, knowing that they were about to hear another fascinating anecdote about the king of rock and roll. The anticipation built as Tom began to weave the tale, drawing everyone into the moment with his charismatic storytelling. Towards the end of his set, Tom Jones decided to share one of his most treasured memories of Elvis. He recounted a night when Elvis invited him to see Chuck Berry perform, a night that would become etched in rock and roll history. As Tom described the scene, the crowd could almost picture the two music legends sitting side by side, watching the rock and roll pioneer command the stage. The build-up to the main story was palpable, with Tom expertly setting the stage for the pivotal moment when Elvis made a surprising confession. As the story unfolded, Tom shared how Elvis turned to him during Chuck Berry's performance and declared, "There's the real king of rock and roll up there right now." This revelation left the audience in awe, offering a rare insight into Elvis's own views on his place in rock and roll history. The story not only highlighted Elvis's humility, but also paid tribute to Chuck Berry, a musician who had profoundly influenced both Elvis and the entire genre. The crowd's reaction was a mix of surprise and admiration, as they realized they were hearing a piece of rock and roll history directly from someone who had lived it. This build-up to the main story at the Greenwich Summer Sounds concert encapsulated the magic of Tom Jones' storytelling. It brought to life the deep connections and mutual respect among the legends of rock and roll, reminding everyone of the enduring legacy of these iconic musicians. The combination of Tom's vivid recollections and the enchanting concert setting created a moment that resonated deeply with the audience, leaving them with a newfound appreciation for the true pioneers of rock and roll. 3. The Confession. During the Greenwich Summer Sounds concert, Tom Jones shared a story that left the audience spellbound. With the crowd hanging on his every word, Tom began by painting a vivid picture of a night from decades past, a night that highlighted the deep bond and mutual admiration between two of rock and roll's greatest legends. The story unfolded with a level of detail that transported the audience back to the late 1960s, offering them a front-row seat to a remarkable moment in music history. Tom Jones recounted how Elvis Presley, always eager to support his friends and immerse himself in the vibrant music scene, invited him to see Chuck Berry perform. The night was electric with anticipation as they made their way to the venue, a place buzzing with the energy of fans excited to see one of rock and roll's pioneers. Tom described the atmosphere as palpable, the air thick with the excitement that only a live rock and roll show could generate. As they settled into their seats, the lights dimmed, and the iconic figure of Chuck Berry took the stage, launching into his performance with the same vigor and charisma that had made him a legend. As Chuck Berry played, both Elvis and Tom were entranced by his dynamic performance. The sheer talent and showmanship on display were undeniable, as Berry effortlessly commanded the stage with his guitar riffs and unmistakable voice. Tom described how Elvis watched intently, absorbing every note and movement. It was in this moment of shared admiration that Elvis leaned over to Tom, his eyes fixed on the stage, and made a surprising and humble confession. "There's the real king of rock and roll up there right now," Elvis said, his voice filled with genuine respect and admiration for Chuck Berry. Elvis's remark left a lasting impression on Tom Jones, as it did on the audience hearing it decades later. This confession was more than just a casual comment. It was a profound acknowledgement from one of rock and roll's most celebrated figures, recognizing the influence and legacy of another. For Elvis to call Chuck Berry the real king of rock and roll spoke volumes about his humility and his deep appreciation for those who had paved the way in the genre. It was a testament to Elvis's character, showing that despite his own monumental success, he remained grounded and aware of the contributions of his peers. Tom Jones' recounting of this night was a powerful reminder of the interconnectedness of the rock and roll community. It highlighted the respect and camaraderie that existed among these musical giants and the ways in which they inspired and supported one another. The story resonated deeply with the audience, offering them a glimpse into the personal dynamics and genuine friendships that shaped the history of rock and roll. This detailed recount not only celebrated Chuck Berry's indelible impact on music, but also reinforced Elvis Presley's legacy as a true icon who recognized and honored the greatness of others. 2. Tribute to Chuck Berry. As Tom Jones stood on stage at the Greenwich Summer Sounds concert, he decided to honor the memory of the night Elvis Presley made his humble confession. The Welsh singer transitioned from his story about Elvis and Chuck Berry into a heartfelt tribute performance. With the crowd still buzzing from the revelation, Tom knew the perfect way to pay homage to the legendary musician who Elvis had so deeply respected. He began by introducing a song that had not only defined Chuck Berry's career, but had also become an anthem for rock and roll itself, Johnny B. Good. Tom Jones spoke briefly about the significance of Johnny B. Good, a song that had transcended generations and solidified Chuck Berry's place in music history. Released in 1958, Johnny B. Good is often hailed as one of the greatest rock and roll songs of all time. Its energetic guitar riffs and compelling narrative about a country boy with dreams of becoming a star resonated with countless aspiring musicians. The song's influence extended far beyond its initial release, shaping the sound and spirit of rock and roll for decades to come. In his introduction, Tom highlighted the song's enduring legacy and its pivotal role in popular culture. He reminded the audience of the song's revival in the 1985 blockbuster film, Back to the Future, where it was performed by the character Marty McFly, played by Michael J. Fox. This iconic scene, where Marty dazzles the 1950s crowd with his futuristic guitar solo, reintroduced Johnny B. Good to a new generation of fans. The film's success ensured that Chuck Berry's classic would continue to be celebrated and enjoyed by audiences around the world. As Tom Jones's guitarist struck the opening chords of Johnny B. Good, the crowd erupted in cheers. The familiar riff instantly transported everyone back to the golden age of rock and roll. Tom's powerful voice carried the song with the same energy and enthusiasm that Chuck Berry had brought to it so many years ago. The performance was a fitting tribute, capturing the essence of what made Johnny B. Good such a timeless and influential track. The audience, fully immersed in the music, couldn't help but feel the spirit of rock and roll come alive. Tom Jones's rendition of Johnny B. Good was more than just a performance. It was a celebration of the legacy that Chuck Berry had left behind. The song's revival in Back to the Future had already cemented its status as a cultural touchstone, and Tom's tribute further solidified its place in the hearts of rock and roll fans. By the time the final notes of Johnny B. Good echoed through the venue, the audience was left with a profound appreciation for the legends of rock and roll. Tom Jones's tribute to Chuck Berry not only honored a musical pioneer, but also highlighted the deep connections and mutual respect that existed among the genre's greatest artists. This performance was a powerful reminder of the enduring legacy of Johnny B. Good and the timeless influence of Chuck Berry on the world of music. 1. Tom Jones' favorite rock and roll song. After his heartfelt tribute to Chuck Berry with Johnny B. Good, Tom Jones smoothly transitioned to the closing performance of his concert at the Greenwich Summer Sounds. The audience, still buzzing from the previous song, was eager to see how Tom would conclude this memorable night. He took a moment to address the crowd, his voice filled with emotion and gratitude. "As we come to the end of this incredible evening," he said, "I want to share with you my all-time favorite rock and roll song. It's a song that embodies the raw energy and spirit of rock and roll." Tom Jones then introduced Great Balls of Fire by Jerry Lee Lewis, a classic that had set the rock and roll world ablaze when it was released in 1957. He spoke about the song's significance and its explosive impact on the music scene. Great Balls of Fire was not just a hit. It was a phenomenon that captured the rebellious spirit of the era. Jerry Lee Lewis, with his wild piano playing and electrifying performances, became a symbol of rock and roll's untamed energy. Tom's admiration for the song and its original performer was evident as he prepared to bring that same intensity to his closing number. As the opening chords of Great Balls of Fire rang out, the atmosphere in the venue shifted. The audience could feel the anticipation building, knowing they were about to witness something extraordinary. Tom Jones, channeling the frenetic energy of Jerry Lee Lewis, delivered a performance that was nothing short of spectacular. His powerful voice soared over the rollicking piano and driving beat, capturing the song's fiery essence. The crowd was swept up in the excitement, clapping and singing along with every word. The energy in the venue was palpable, as Tom Jones infused Great Balls of Fire with a fresh intensity. He moved across the stage with the confidence and charisma that had made him a star, engaging the audience and making each person feel like they were part of the performance. The infectious rhythm and spirited delivery had everyone on their feet, dancing and cheering. Tom's interpretation of the song honored Jerry Lee Lewis while adding his unique flair, making it a highlight of the evening. As the song reached its climax, the impact of the performance was undeniable. Tom Jones had managed to capture the raw, exhilarating spirit of rock and roll, leaving the audience in awe. The closing performance of Great Balls of Fire was a fitting end to a night filled with music, memories, and tributes to the legends of rock and roll. The energy and passion Tom brought to the stage reminded everyone why these songs and artists had become timeless icons. In those final moments, the connection between performer and audience was electric. Tom Jones had not only shared his favorite rock and roll song, but had also delivered an unforgettable experience that paid homage to the greats who came before him. The concert ended on a high note, with the crowd still buzzing from the performance and the stories that had made the evening so special. As the applause echoed through the venue, it was clear that Tom Jones had left an indelible mark on everyone present, celebrating the enduring legacy of rock and roll with every note he sang. Conclusion. As the echoes of Tom Jones's dynamic performance of Great Balls of Fire began to fade, the audience was left reflecting on the remarkable stories and music they had experienced throughout the night. At the heart of the evening was the unforgettable confession Elvis Presley made to Tom Jones, a moment that offered a profound glimpse into the king of rock and roll's own views on his legacy. Elvis's declaration that Chuck Berry was the true king of rock and roll revealed his deep respect and humility, acknowledging the immense influence Chuck had on the genre and on Elvis himself. This candid confession underscored the interconnectedness of the rock and roll pioneers, each building upon the other's contributions to create the music we know and love today. Elvis Presley, Chuck Berry, and other rock and roll legends like Jerry Lee Lewis, Little Richard, and Buddy Holly left an indelible mark on music history. Their innovative sounds, electrifying performances, and rebellious spirits defined a generation and inspired countless artists who followed. Elvis's recognition of Chuck Berry's impact was not just a personal admission, but a tribute to the roots of rock and roll. It highlighted the genre's evolution and the profound respect these icons had for one another. Reflecting on this moment, we see how the legacy of these legends continues to shape the music industry and influence new generations of musicians and fans alike. The stories shared by Tom Jones offer a window into the personal relationships and mutual admiration among these rock and roll titans. They remind us that behind the fame and public personas were artists who deeply respected the contributions of their peers. The lasting impact of their work is evident in the enduring popularity of their music, which continues to resonate with audiences around the world. The acknowledgement and celebration of their achievements help keep the spirit of rock and roll alive, honoring the genre's rich history and the artists who forged its path. As we conclude this exploration of Elvis's confession and the lasting legacy of rock and roll legends, we invite you to join the conversation. Who do you believe is the true king of rock and roll? Was Elvis right in his humble assertion, or do you have a different opinion? Share your thoughts and memories in the comments below. Your insights and stories are an important part of keeping the legacy of these music legends alive. If you enjoyed this journey through rock and roll history, Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more intriguing music stories and insights. Stay tuned for more deep dives into the lives and legacies of the greatest artists in music history. Together, we can continue to celebrate and preserve the rich heritage of rock and roll for future generations. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.